Oh, wait, I just closed out of the audio. All right, anyway. Here we go. The very first podcast is underway.
All right.
All right, gentlemen. It's been an interesting week. Or guess start of a week in football.
Yeah.
Yes,
it has.
Chris, your mic is terrible.
God damn it.
Man, speak up. It's too quiet.
Try headphones.
Yeah.
We may not be the dumpster fire, but there is one in every parking lot.
We're relatively
Dumpster,
close
that is.
to that sense, yes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, I guess welcome, people. Whoever's joined up. Who disconnected? Chris disconnect. I think he disconnected. That's fine. There you go.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Anyway. So, let's check the scores,
right.
shall we?
Yeah.
Let's see how the stream's doing, actually. Oh, we're not doing too bad. What do you know?
Hold on. I'm going to pull up. So let's see. I think the game we should start off with, because we have to talk about what happened yesterday. There were so many upsets that happened yesterday, man.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was,
and I think,
Jaguars,
and the one that,
Redskins.
the one that I really want to talk about. Sorry, I don't mean to talk over you. Is the Washington football team versus the Eagles.
I'm happy because I hate the Eagles.
I don't dislike the Eagles. They're fun.
No, they're just some of the most vulgar fans I've ever met in my life. They do not deserve that Super Bowl.
They're Philadelphia, so they kind of get a pass.
No, they don't. They're just vulgar and disgusting.
You're gonna piss off probably some of our fan base, but whatever.
Who cares?
I mean,
they're unashamed of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I'm surprised. Like, I did not expect that comeback. Like, 27 unanswered. How do you let that happen? How do you let 27 unanswered points come back?
Actually, this is a good segue into one argument, and that is Carson Wentz is pretty overrated, if I'm going to be completely honest with you guys.
Thank you!
I agree with that.
Thank you! I've been saying that so long. I've been saying he's a glass cannon.
The thing is,
good, but he gets hurt too often.
Carson Wentz is... Okay, I have to end it. This is unbiased, but Jared Goff is a better quarterback. Thing is, Carson Wentz, yes, he's got good legs. Yes, he's got... Actually, I don't really know anything else he's got ahead of Jared Goff. I mean, he's not more accurate. He's got...
Super boring.
Think about this. Goff can put up the same kind of numbers in a division that features several playoff contenders in the forms of the Niners and Seahawks, whereas Wentz does this in the NFC East, which is arguably the worst division in football.
I will say the year that they went to the Super Bowl, it was 2018, right? That was the year?
Rams or Eagles?
Eagles.
That was 2017.
2017, sorry. In 2017, the Eagles had a very easy schedule.
They had the easiest schedule. The thing is, I'm still going to debate that because I still feel like they didn't even earn that completely. They called a penalty on Malcolm Jenkins for that late hit on Brandon Cooks. I mean, they would have had multiple... They also didn't have Malcolm Butler in the game. So I think that hit particularly is what gave them the win. Because Brady had no passing game after that.
And, you got to understand that Carson Wentz didn't win a playoff game.
He hasn't played a single playoff game.
Oh, he hasn't. He's been hurt.
They've had Josh McCown, they've had Nick Foles. They've never been able to...
Nick Foles deserves all the credit for that Super Bowl. He deserves all the credit for the Eagles Super Bowl win.
I completely agree with that.
Nick Foles became Philadelphia's hero for a good reason at the time, but he's not a good quarterback. You can have a great Super Bowl quarterback, but a horrible quarterback.
Do you know what it is?
Kurt Warner is probably one of the worst Super Bowl quarterbacks of all time.
Oh, don't say that.
Winning quarterback.
Come on.
I'm being completely unbiased.
Seriously, look at his passing records. He completely changed the way we look at NFL offenses. Now, if you look at every team's throwing 3 wide receivers down the field, back then, nobody did that. Nobody knew how to really open up a passing game like that until he actually added that dynamic. So, I mean, you can't say he was a bad quarterback. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame for a pretty well-established reason.
Yeah, I guess, but, the only reason you have that Super Bowl is because the Titans ended up 1 yard short.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Sorry, Titans fans. I got to throw shade at you right now.
I feel bad for them because if there was any team that deserved a Super Bowl, it was them. But I think God just didn't want Jeff Fisher to win a Super Bowl.
Jeff Fisher, the laughing... man, Jeff Fisher.
God, he was so bad.
Is he going to ever be back in the NFL, or is he retired?
Honestly, at his age, I think he'd just be better off retiring. He could be a decent defensive coordinator because he always led a defense-heavy team, but I couldn't possibly see him getting another job in the NFL.
Well, that's why I was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm sorry, man. Maybe in college?
Actually, that's a very good question because there's been
could
several
see him
bad NFL
I could
coaches.
see Jeff Fisher coaching a team like. I could see him coaching the team in the Mountain West Conference.
He could. Oh God, he could
the
coach like San Jose State.
No one cares about the conference. No one talks about.
He could coach like San Jose State or like SDSU or somebody.
You think he could coach Colorado State?
Probably
not Colorado State. I mean the Buffaloes, not the Rams.
Oh, GCUs?
CSU. Yeah.
CSU is the Rams.
Oh yeah. Colorado State University is the Rams, and man, I don't even. You can tell how much I don't care about college.
I only know the big conferences.
Well, and then I'm kind of thinking about buying a Joe Burrow jersey just because I think just because I just in case he becomes a bust and then they stop making his jersey.
Okay, that's too early to gauge. Come on.
No, it is, and honestly, his kicker let him down.
That's his kicker's fault. I mean, he still had that really good drive. So, in fairness, it's imperfect, but he still did pretty all right for his first game. And
you remember Drew Lock's first game that they won?
When the kick went in. I don't think you're gonna like it, but I personally don't see the Broncos being a playoff contender.
I see him as a dark horse. I see him as a wild card. If they make it to the playoffs, I do not see them getting past the wild card. I am a Broncos fan, but there's a reason why I've hesitated on buying a Drew Lock jersey. Is because
Drew Lock is the
we felt this way about.
Goff. There's no other way to get around it.
Yeah, but Drew Lock just has so much uncapped potential that we don't know because we only saw him in 5 games.
Yeah, who was the starter last year?
You did that to hurt me, didn't you?
No, not really. I just wanted to get that off my chest because I personally don't like him. I just don't see.
Flacco.
Oh, that's right. It was Joe
starter.
I only know.
And then Brendan Allen. and then Drew Lock. And honestly,
that doesn't strike very.
Honestly, Broncos fans are gonna hate me for saying this, but the Von Miller injury is not as big as a deal as people think it is.
The thing is,
we've bolstered that. Now, when we cut Todd Davis, we bolstered that line with we bolstered our defense. We definitely went up in our defense. Jarrell Casey, we got Jarrell Casey, AJ Boye. That was pretty good.
That's right. He went to the. Okay, so you have that going for you, but the problem is. The real issue is you have maybe 2, maybe 3 decent pieces on defense, though. The real question is, how is the offense going to be able to cope with something like that? Like, for obvious reasons, I don't see Drew Lock being in the same, say, the league as somebody like Derek Carr, or obviously he's not even close to Patrick Mahomes, but...
I could see him being like I could see Drew Lock being a... Honestly, I could see him being like Andy Dalton in a lot of ways.
All right.
Like the good parts of Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton has good accuracy and has a good arm. It's just he doesn't trust throwing the deep ball. He doesn't like throwing the deep ball.
He doesn't. Well, Dalton also just didn't have a team around him to
But
really get him.
I'm hoping with Judy and oh man, what's the other guy's name? I remembered it until just now.
Judy?
Oh, not Judy. He's the guy from Penn State that we drafted in the second round.
That's gonna be. I'm not gonna remember that.
Yeah, I forget his name, but those are both really like good receivers. We have Noah Fant,
Hey, wait, you got what's his name? Melvin. Don't you have Melvin Gordon?
Yes, we do have Melvin Gordon, but I see the Broncos doing this awesome thing with Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay, because I feel like Phillip Lindsay and Melvin Gordon are perfect for each other.
Lindsay just reminds me of like Tyreek Hill, though. Actually, you know what? On the subject of it, I have to get something off my chest. Tyreek Hill is the most overrated wide receiver in the league. There's no question.
You and me have different opinions on that. I think the most overrated wide receiver in the NFL is Mike Evans.
I was gonna say, well, I take that back. Michael Thomas.
Okay, yeah, no, Mike. Yeah, okay, we can both agree on Michael Thomas.
Let me just preface this, everybody. Okay, catches, they're good. They're good to have. The problem is, it's what you do with those catches. If you average 8 yards a catch and don't convert on first down, and you're like 5th, 6th in scoring, when you're the highest paid receiver and leading in catches, what do catches mean if you only get checkdowns? Catches don't mean anything unless you convert or score, and that's why I think he's so overrated.
How many times last year did we hear, "Oh, Melvin Kamara for an 8-yard gain"?
That was the
Saints. Michael Thomas for an 8-yard game. That puts the Saints at
because he runs the same short route slants.
Third and 15.
Thing is, there's nobody on that short of a level who's able to actually cover him. That's why he calls himself that pretentious can't guard Mike nickname. So the thing is, if you're gonna be throwing a snap in literally the span of 3 seconds, of course no one's gonna get to you that quickly. I mean, that's why he thrives so much on short routes and why no one can guard him. The thing is, the minute you send him downfield, all they have to do is just move end up running like a 4-man cover, and then all of a sudden, you could put a free safety on him, and he can't do anything. And which is exactly how several teams have been able to completely lock him up.
I think the problem with Michael Thomas is that he has the skills of, the skills of Emmanuel Sanders, who's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I might be a little biased because he was on the Broncos for a while. But he has the skills of a receiver like Emmanuel Sanders, but with all of the ego like Antonio Brown,
He is honestly working his way up to getting to AB levels of ego, and I do not like him because
honestly, on that note, I have to wonder, did AB get a second chance?
No.
I want to see him back in the NFL.
I do
personally,
too,
and I know a lot of people. I want to see him because I want it to be like, hey, I fucked up really badly. Pardon my French. I screwed up. I'm back now. I'm a better person. I'm a better person.
He's not mature enough.
The problem I have is just he's completely been his own villain. He's ruined any possibility. He just does not have any mental capability or maturity to really for really any team to carry forward with him on their roster.
Yeah, I mean the talent is good. Don't get me wrong.
I knew Bruce Arians wasn't going to pick up AB.
Bruce Arians,
not that kind of a risk.
Bruce Arians, I will say, he's a pretty pretty level-headed coach. But the thing is, when someone like him isn't able to take you in and realize, you know what, you're going to be a detriment to the offense, and you're going to be more of a liability, then you really know that he really doesn't have much of a future in the league at all.
Yeah. Oh, hey, really quick. I kind of watched some of the highlights, but I heard that BJ had a real stinker of a game.
Who did?
BJ, he had a real stinker of a game. Mm-hmm. Say he was in a shitty situation.
What did he do, a butt fumble?
Oh, no. I just heard he didn't have that good of a game. But you get what I was referencing, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Score update, guys. It's 1-0 Las Vegas.
Really? What's the this is?
Oh my! Let's go!
3-1.
I do not want the Stars. Do you imagine Stars and Islanders, like just a Stars Islanders series? Like, what the hell would that be?
Stars.
You know what? I feel like
it's gonna be Stars Tampa.
Guys,
but...
I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna have a hot take. If Vegas gets past the Western Conference Finals, no one's gonna touch them. They're gonna go. Think about it.
They're gonna win.
No. It would have been the same thing with the Avalanche. Had the Avalanche made it past the Stars, I think we would have easily beaten the Knights. I honestly think that.
In my opinion, the Stars are like the Minnesota Vikings or like the Houston Rockets of the NHL. They can perform really well, and the thing is, they're just never able to get over the hump again.
But they do have a I mean.
Oh no, they've got some.
They have pieces. A cup, but. I mean,
no, they do.
The skate was in the crease.
The skate was
we
in
all
the
know. Also, I know this is completely off topic from football, but I want to give respect to one of the greatest goaltenders that no one ever talked about,
sports in general.
Clint Marlachuck. I want to talk about Clint Marlachuck.
Go for it.
Marlachuck, such a good, underrated goalie. The only reason most people know Clint Marlachuck from what happened to him. The sliced neck with the skate
on
the scariest moments.
Sorry, I didn't know who you were talking about.
That was Clint Marlachuck.
Clint Marlachuck.
That's Clint Marlachuck. Sorry, I have a Coloradan accent. We pronounce all the vowels and syllables.
Clint Marlachuck was really overlooked. He was a great piece on the Buffalo defense.
And you know what? It's even awesome when you consider that even after that gruesome injury, he still played hockey with suicidal thoughts and depression because he loved the game.
I mean, that's something really very noteworthy, especially.
I mean, and somebody who's having suicidal thoughts playing hockey at their fullest content, because depression really does mess with your more than just your mind. It makes you apathetic towards the things you love.
It's just amazing how someone can have that much durability mentally. Yeah,
I just wish people would give him more credit. I
agree with you actually on that thought. I think he's just mostly remembered for that severe of an injury, but it still as a player, he should also be remembered for the player he was.
That injury the other day, and the announcer.
Well, because they had to turn the cameras off.
The announcer's saying, "Can you please pull the camera mic away? We don't want to see that." And then the camera just zoomed in on the pile.
If you want to talk about Fox, remember with the Albert Hainsworth thing when he stomped George Teague's side of his head?
Oh my God! Yeah.
When they just zoomed in. They literally said, "Can you get the camera off? Don't replay that." They zoom in and replay it twice.
Dude, you know what Joe Buck's worst moment as an NFL commentator is? His absolute worst. No, it's when it is Randy Moss. Yeah, it is the Randy Moss moment. When he does the moon thing to the fans. That was the worst one. That's a despicable moment of unsportsmanship. I'm like,
Joe Buck
come on, dude.
One of my least favorite announcers.
Joe Buck has gone better over the years. He's definitely gone better.
I do not like him.
Oh, one thing I don't understand why people give him hate for is Chris Collinsworth. I genuinely don't understand
that's
why.
A take I can agree. Thing is, I wish NBC.
Why do they give him hate? That's just what I don't understand. He has the I know he's the owner of one of the websites that one of the most one of the sports analytic websites that the NFL actually uses.
Collinsworth?
Next Gen Stats. Yeah, Collinsworth is the owner of Next Gen Stats.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. But that's what I heard when they did a video on his NFL career.
He's being a businessman, not a football announcer.
I really like him. I like his voice. Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth will always have a special place in my heart because every Sunday I would wake up, go to church, back from church, watch the Bronco game, and who's on? Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth, who, in my opinion, are the funniest out of them all. They are the funniest announcers out of them all.
Al Michaels is is probably my favorite announcer in all of football.
Well, just because Al Michaels has this awesome sense of, hey, I love my job. I'm not just an announcer. I'm an actual fan. I enjoy the sport. I have a team.
He just has one of those voices, and he's able to captivate the game really well. The thing is, I'm a little triggered by is that Romo ended his contract with CBS. Why don't they go for him? You could get Al Michaels and Tony Romo on the same.
Because they like Collinsworth. Because Collinsworth has been a staple of the channel for years.
Romo, I feel, is also very unloved. He's been a great announcer.
Oh, Romo is amazing, man. I don't know what you're talking about. From all the people I talk to, everyone loves Tony Romo as the.
I've known some people who's been very polarizing too, but the thing is, I completely agree with that. Romo's been great.
Oh, you know what? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the networks. You know why? Because they missed an opportunity. They missed a huge opportunity to bring in a younger generation of fans. You know who they should have got for the Monday night slot? Pat McAfee. They genuinely should have gone.
Pat McAfee.
He even asked multiple times, "Hey, you want me to do it? Hey, you want?" And each time, apparently, they said, "Oh no, this, that, this." Like they found every excuse in the book not to get him. I don't understand why. Pat McAfee, he to me is what embodies football. Pat McAfee embodies football to me.
Pat McAfee just embodies
what the sport
a
is about.
Passionate form of football that everyone can enjoy. Thing is, like, you're not watching a guy just go over a stupid recap. He just adds such a great way to connect to anybody, especially in the YouTube generation.
Oh no, and him and his team and the connections that he has with the sport. That's what surprised me. Like, how does a punter get that many connections?
That's a very good question.
Like, he's gonna have Aaron Rodgers on a show every Tuesday.
That's funny.
How do you get Aaron Rodgers on your show?
Good question. I don't know.
Like, Pat McAfee is something, and Pat McAfee has gotten more involved with the NFL as time goes on. He definitely has. Like you see him on more like college game days, and like you see him talking. I've seen him on That's Good Sports. That's Good Football every once in a while. You know.
Mm-hmm. I got a hot take for you guys. Actually, going back to, I guess, a little bit early. I think. All right, now looking at this open to the season, it's fair to say, which team, give me one team that you'll say is very underrated and one team that you'll say is very overrated in the NFC coming into this season.
Okay, in the NFC, one team that's underrated.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, because I want to say probably one of the most underrated teams in the NFC is the Falcons.
I agree. Well, the problem is Dan Quinn just does not play, just does not get the concept of.
Dan Quinn gets his plays from Madden.
Oh, that's right, he does.
I think an underrated team.
That's where he gets his plays from. That's why he doesn't ever do flea flickers, because Madden doesn't have flea flickers. # fix Madden 21.
He also just does not know how to read defenses.
Oh, not at all. And Matt Ryan does, so Matt Ryan can kind of cover for him, but
I feel bad for Ryan. Ryan, in my opinion, is the greatest tragedy ever because he has the stats to be a Hall of Famer. Yet
Don't say it.
What?
Don't remind Falcons fans. It's a sad moment.
No, I wasn't
it's even sad for me.
Aside from that legacy of yes.
Yeah. I think an underrated team, probably the Cardinals.
They won against the 49ers, so I'm going to agree with that. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to go. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to win. I'm going to say 7 games. I think they win 7 games this season.
Yeah, I think that's like the.
I see the Cardinals going 8-8. Maybe 9-7.
Possibly. I could see that. I could
10-6 if the Seahawks or Niners completely collapse.
Yeah, overrated.
Philly.
Buccaneers. The Buccaneers.
The Bucks are actually. I'm going to say either Philly or the Bucks. The Bucks are basically just the 2011 Eagles dream team in a different package.
Yeah. Well, I thought it would be fun if we did a little something for tonight's game.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna. Sorry, for some reason I can't not yawn right now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just say a player from the Broncos team and say a player from the offense and say a player from the Titans offense and see who do you think is the better player.
Go.
Does that sound fun?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Let's start off. Ryan Tannehill, Drew Lock.
Tannehill.
Tannehill.
Really think Tannehill?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Drew Lock.
Yeah.
I don't get that from Drew Lock. Drew Lock does not strike me as somebody who has a whole lot of potential. I hate to say.
Drew Lock to me seems like he enjoys the game and he takes it very seriously.
He does.
Drew Lock has a sense of fun. He understands that this is a game,
so
you know.
Mitch Trubisky. Well, actually, Trubisky had a really good game. I shouldn't say that.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? It's one of my favorite hockey memes. It's only a game. Why you have to be mad? I can't say his name, but it's a Russian goaltender, Ilya Borovchuk or something, whatever.
Ilya Kovalchuk.
Is that how you say it? Ilya Kovalchuk?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Ilya Kovalchuk, he was never a goalie, though.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Well, he was okay. He wasn't good. He wasn't bad. He was mediocre.
He was all right.
But yeah. All right. So, Derrick Henry or Lindsey.
Derrick Henry.
Come on, man.
Seriously?
No. Well,
Derrick Henry.
Here's the difference. Derrick Henry is a power back. Derrick Henry has power. But Lindsey, on the other hand, has speed. He is a slippery. He's not that strong. He's not that big.
And he's too small. That's the problem.
Yeah, but his smallness allows him to sneak through little holes and just break off into the open. Just score touchdowns and get big chunks. Like if you watch Philip Lindsay, he goes for where the big guys are. He goes for where the bigger linemen are because he knows he can squeeze through those bigger linemen and just make it through.
Mm-hmm.
Where Derrick Henry, he'll take on anybody because he just has that power behind him.
Plow through anybody.
He will bulldoze you.
Mm-hmm.
He will bulldoze you. He doesn't care if you're an NFL star. He will hit you with his shoulder pad straight up in the chest and send you 10 yards back.
So will Kamara.
Or just turn you into his fullback.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me see what's wrong with the OB.
All right. Okay. AJ Brown or Cortland Sutton.
Sutton. Yeah, I don't know why my desktop audio might not be recording, guys.
Oh, let me
check it on the stream. I don't see why. Come on. Say something.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh yeah, I can hear you on the stream. You're good.
All right, never mind.
Good. I can hear you.
Actually, tell you what. Let me test something out. All right, tell me if you can hear the theme.
All right.
Could you hear it? Did it work, guys? Guys?
It's on a delay, so.
All right, just let me know. All right. Anyway, going back to... Well, yeah, let me know.
Yeah, I can hear the audio. You're good.
Okay, cool. All right. Oh, we got 2 concurrent viewers. Wow.
I think I'm one of them.
Damn you.
Damn you, Internet! You're supposed to like us, man.
I piped it up, but I don't know why anybody's showing up. Well, that said, they were probably on the dumpster fire.
Yeah. Thanks, dumpster fire, for being fans of two of the worst teams in football. Yeah, I said the Steelers are bad.
No, they're not. They have a great defense. In fact, if anything, I say they're probably extremely underrated.
Oh, okay. Well, the Broncos just released the inactive list, and I'm not happy. KJ Hamler is inactive. Cortland Sutton is inactive. Mark Barron is inactive. Team Mutu is inactive.
You're probably going to get mad at me for saying this, but I don't think the Broncos.
We're losing this game. Going
to be at the bottom of the division.
We're losing this game. No, we're not finishing at the bottom. We are not finishing at the bottom behind.
Who do you say is going to be at the bottom, though? Because the Raiders have a really good draft, and they have a really good team going right now.
The Chargers. I feel like the Chargers are going to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
The Chargers are still somewhat competitive, though.
They have an Oregon quarterback, so they might look competitive now. But I mean,
Tyrod actually panned out a lot better for them.
Tyrod played? Oh, I didn't know that. Tyrod didn't throw 10 interceptions?
No.
Wait, has anybody? What's happened to Peterman?
He's on the Raiders.
Is he like the third string or something?
He's behind Mariota.
Oh my God. Can you imagine being behind Marcus Mariota?
Hey, there's something been worse that he had. When he actually came to the Raiders, this was the QB room they had. They had Mike Glennon and Peter Meme and Derek Carr.
Oh my God. Oh, Tom Brady's backup is Blaine Gabbert.
Yes.
Maybe Blaine Gabbert can learn how to be a system quarterback under Brady. I don't know.
There's something worse. Trubisky, when he was drafted, he had the two quarterbacks in front of him. He had Mike Glennon and he had Mark Sanchez.
Oh my God.
I could just see
and then
awful.
Well, now he has Nick Foles behind him.
Foles just is not a good player. He was a role player on a fluke win that the Eagles did not deserve, and he is just not the Jaguars will probably tell you his tenure with them was absolutely awful.
Speaking of which, that's an upset no one's talking about. Why is no one talking about Jags Colts game? No, very few people are giving that game any credit.
The thing is, the Colts were overhyped to flop, and they had even less pieces to actually get something done with that than the action.
Can you imagine if the Jaguars made the playoffs this year?
They're not going to. They're going to be lucky to crack 8. They're not even going to crack 8 wins, I don't think. They're going to be really bad.
Well, let me give you a nightmare scenario.
Yep.
Jags win the Super Bowl. Okay,
that's not going to happen.
This will not happen, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, nightmare scenario: the Jags win the Super Bowl. They have so many first-round picks, and
they built a dynasty. But the thing is, Coughlin hasn't exactly been the smartest person with a lot of those picks, though.
No, but something tells me if Coughlin, if they don't win, if in their next, I want to say 5 games, if they lose 4 to 5 of them, Coughlin's done. I think they fire Coughlin.
Coughlin's just been the biggest detriment. He's been the biggest advocate and the biggest detriment to that entire team. I mean, he built a good system, yes. I mean, it was kind of reminiscent to how his disciplinary action was when he completely turned the Giants and got them 2 Super Bowls. But in all honesty, he just isn't a great executive. I mean, this was a fluke gathering of the right pieces. It's kind of like the Miami Marlins, but they actually took all those pieces that they had and they actually were competitive with them.
Well, and then
the Marlins just weren't able to actually do very well with that.
Cam Newton. That's right. Cam Newton had a great game against
I don't like Cam Newton because he's, in my opinion, he just has way too big of an ego. But in all honesty, he wasn't bad.
I will say he looked weird. It was very weird to see all the new it's weird to see players that have been on teams for years switch teams. It's really weird. Like to see Tom Brady and Gronk in the Buccaneers uniform, to see Cam in the Pats uniform, and there were a couple. I'm looking forward to what seeing AJ Boye is going to look like. Darrell Casey, what he's going to look like.
Jason Witten looks like Steve Austin in the Raiders uniform.
He does. He really does.
Is he gonna like?
He does.
Touchdown celebration. Hey guys, so his touchdown celebration, he's gonna get like 2 beers out of nowhere, just like chug them.
Nice.
I would say this is probably the most unpredictable offseason the NFL has had in a very long time. It was almost as if God was taking God himself had all 32 teams, right, with like little like Russian nesting dolls at the players' faces. Mm-hmm. He just said, "Okay, you go here, you go here, you go here." Like that scene in the Grinch where he just throws a bunch of mail in the different boxes.
Jury duty. Blackmail.
Jury duty. Pink, no. Blackmail, jury duty. I've seen that movie too many times. God, I wish I was 21 so I could drink the pain away that I'm going to experience from the Broncos losing tonight if we lose.
I can, but I just haven't had any pain to do that yet.
Well, yeah, because the Rams won against an overhyped Cowboys team. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to go to the Super Bowl. That's
just Cowboys fans.
Every year. Every year with the Cowboys.
They haven't been competitive since ever.
Do the Cowboys play the Broncos at all in Texas? Because I might get a plane ticket.
Do it.
Go see a Bronco game.
I don't think so.
I don't think they're on your schedule.
Well, I'm pulling up the Broncos schedule.
I do want to catch a game at AT&T Stadium.
Let's see, we play the Titans today, and we play the Steelers. Ooh, we play the Steelers next week.
All right, I got a tough pick for you. SoFi or AT&T Stadium? Which do you like better?
SoFi.
Yeah, better than Jerry World, I see.
It's the state-of-the-art facility. SoFi Stadium looks better, and it just feels like something pulled out of like 2027. It feels like something pulled out of the future. No.
Honestly, Alex, you're gonna hit me, but Jerry World. I mean, that's
why. Well,
I haven't been there, but I know that stadium's like
okay.
Wow.
Jerry
all right,
World,
so here.
That's a good question. I don't know. It's really a debate on personal preference on that one.
So here's the Broncos schedule. We play the Steelers week 2, Bucks week 3, Jets week 4. So week 3 and week 4 are wins. Pats versus Broncos. I'm going to say win on that one. So 3. Dolphins week 6. So we're already up.
So bad for
we're already up.
Man.
We're already up.
God-awful team.
4-2. Then we play the Chiefs week 7. So we lose that game. Broncos versus Falcons, Broncos win. Broncos versus Raiders, Broncos win. Broncos versus Chargers, Broncos win. Broncos versus Saints, we lose. Chiefs, we lose. Panthers, we win. Bills, we win. Chargers, we win. Raiders, we win. So we win most of our games.
We're going to beat the Bills. I'm sorry, man, but
you don't think we're going to beat the Bills?
The Bills have a great offense.
That is true. They finally have a receiver in Stephon Diggs.
That's all they needed.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I've never liked it when people say that Josh Allen, like, I don't disagree with Tree on a lot of things, but I disagree with Tree on Josh Allen. Not because, I'm a Bills fan and I'm hating on him, but just because I don't think he's giving him enough credit as a quarterback. I don't think Tree gives Allen enough credit.
But at the same time, I think he's really got some potential. He's comparable to Goff and Wentz. I hate to bring them up again, but I mean, think about him. He's got the same demeanor. Got the same behavior of a play.
Yeah, I feel Josh Allen is more reliable than Jared Goff. I feel like Josh Allen.
Come on.
Oh no! Think about it. Josh Allen is more comfortable in stressful situations than Goff is. He doesn't make as many mistakes.
Goff's got the most completions under pressure than anyone in the division.
Yeah, But the Bills and the Rams are in completely different conferences and divisions. So that's not saying
Josh
much.
Allen's very underrated, but I wouldn't say he's.
You're overrating Jared Goff, my dude. Jared Goff
he's very underrated.
Everyone,
he has one bad season, and everyone thinks that he's all of a sudden the worst quarterback, and yet they think Carson Wentz is somehow like Donovan McNabb 2.0.
No, I've been saying Carson Wentz is overrated since he entered the league. I've been saying that since he entered the league.
He's done literally nothing of note, but I just hate how underrated. Everyone hates Goff over one bad season, and he's really not as bad as everyone proclaimed him to be.
People don't hate Goff because of his one bad season. People hate Goff because of his inflated contract.
So what? Wentz got an inflated contract.
Yeah, but he's easier to like than Goff.
No, he's not.
He's a very nice guy. He reminds me kind of like a Andrew Luck.
He refused
when it comes to how nice he is
to several children. He's been notable to be grumpy to his own teammates and to his receivers. He pretty much only ever talks to Peterson on the bus, and he doesn't get along with Jeffrey Lurie. So,
also he's a coach's pet.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He's a dick, I'm sure.
Like another person I should know. Well, I guess he's not a coach's pet anymore, but isn't that right?
And not to mention, wouldn't you be mad if you had to deal with Nelson Aguilar's bullshit too?
Yep. And now he's the Raiders' problem.
It is. Well, you said are we going to have a guest on today or no?
No, it turns out that didn't end up working out.
Who was the guest going to be?
I forgot completely, man.
Dude, could you imagine if we got Tree or 5 Points on the podcast? That would be funny.
Tree would probably.
Yeah, but honestly, I don't want people to watch our podcast just for Tree and 5 Points. I want them to watch our podcast because they want to watch our podcast.
Well, we just got to get it out there, man. Just get it established.
I know. I've been trying to. I'm going to share the link.
You have been watching the stream.
I think one.
Damn it! Let me check. Salmon Boy. Oh, Salmon Boy came in.
Ooh. Oh, it's Baltimore's up 10-0 on the Braves.
Really?
Yeah.
It is so weird. Say we'll go to 6:30 and then we'll just call it a night.
Yeah, because I gotta leave right around. My dad corrected me on my Facebook post.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to you, Dad. I said me and him, and he said him and I.
Oh, he's one of those grammar Nazis.
No, he's just a troll. Just likes to troll me. I'm actually gonna text him, see if he's watching the stream right now, because he might be.
We have 2 viewers.
Hey.
Hold on. Wait, do I not have his phone number in my... I know I have his phone number. Oh, there it is.
Anyway.
So who it's super late night or super early in the season, but who do you have winning Super Bowl this year?
Baltimore.
No, screw it. I'm going to say the Chiefs again.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Chiefs go back-to-back for the first time since 2000, or I think a team goes back-to-back since the first time since the 2003-2004 Pats.
You know what? Well, that's a good question. I don't even know whether... I'm going to say either Chiefs or Baltimore.
Baltimore frustrates me the way that... No, they frustrate me in a good way. They show, they blew out the Browns last game, right? They blew out the Browns.
No, the Browns
and they showed these amazing flashes of potential. Like Lamar Jackson truly is a great, he's amazing. Mm-hmm. I just wish that there was some more inventive play calling. He doesn't really he either throws the ball or he runs. There isn't play action. There isn't really
that's
any.
Why everyone calls him a running back because that's his only go-to is either lobbing it for a screen or running.
I mean, you know the old saying, if it works, it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
Well, Lamar Jackson is a running back.
Oh, no, he's not.
Hey.
He's more than a
Do
running
you know what he
back.
played in high
You
school?
know he's more than a running back.
I know. I just wanted to say that. Do you know what he played in high school, though, right?
Let me guess, a running back.
Yes, he
A
did.
wide receiver.
No, he was a running back.
It was taken pretty late, right? Like 32nd overall or something like that, right?
26th, actually.
26. Okay, sorry. Bad. Like I said, I'm starting to like stat track, so it's kind of hard for me. There's a lot more to sports than just, oh, that was a nice touchdown. No, it's more about...
No, there's more in depth than realize, like, oh, these guys aren't completely developed or blah, blah, blah. Or...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just sending my dad a link. He has not been watching the stream. He forgot. I don't know how you forget.
We could have had more viewers. It's fine.
No. Well, I sent it out to a bunch of people, but I guess they didn't care.
It's fine. I sent it out to my friends, but that's it. I did it like 20 minutes before I got off work, so.
Yeah. Are they still in? Are they still doing the stream?
Probably. I'll just jump on it after this.
They're still in there.
I think they're doing the
Still
whole game.
in. Oh, do you guys want to see the? Do you guys want to see the jersey I'm wearing, or would that mess up your stream?
I don't know how we can. Unless you have the camera on Discord.
I have a camera on Discord.
Oh yeah, 1 second.
Was it the one you were wearing?
Hold on.
All right. Let me see. Go to it. Ready? Hit it.
What'd you say? Do it. All right.
Nice.
Let's go. See, I got the Manning. And then
nice.
I got this hat actually. Well, I actually got this hat when I went to Texas for my birthday. Yeah, I went to Texas for my birthday. I know, I'm a true American. But the cool thing about the hat is that it's I've never seen this design before, but it says "Crucial Catch, Intercept Cancer," and I just thought it was really cool because it's like gray and then it has a little rainbow in the corner. So I thought it was a pretty cool hat. Hold on. Let me. And here, let me just show you some. Oh, let me just show you something real quick. Do you see that jersey in the background right there?
Mecklenburg.
Yeah, it's a signed Carl Mecklenburg jersey.
Nice.
Turn the game off. Sorry about that.
It's fine. Come on.
Yeah.
Go back.
I'm actually. There you are. So, I honestly think our podcast, like, this is going to be a great show. Why is my camera still on? We just got to get
it out there.
Oh. Yeah. I'm just, we're going to do good. As long as we keep doing it and,
we just got to get it out.
We kind of get what's going on.
Mm-hmm. We'll just establish it and see where it goes.
Yeah. Oh boy, I know we already talked about this a little bit, but yeah, we can't have super chats right now because we don't have enough subscribers.
We don't have enough people.
Really? Yeah, we have 4 people watching right now. I mean, hey, 4 is better than none, right?
True. Hey, who's watching it? Hey, summon concurrent viewers. I can't see who's. Oh wait, right.
Oh, I don't know. The camera still isn't on, right? Yeah, no, the camera's off. Okay.
How about chat? Oh, no, it's still doing the old chat. Okay, copy. Give me 1 second.
Lost a viewer.
URL, change that. I forgot to change the pop-out chat. Okay. There we go. All right, we got the chat still on there.
There you go.
All right, and let me see if I can find the participants.
Participants?
Yes.
Oh, I also forgot to tell you I have Do you I forget what they're called. Do you remember Pillow Pets?
Yeah, my girlfriend has one.
I have a Bronco one.
Nice.
I have a Miles the horse that I got from my cousin a while ago, and then I also have a Denver Broncos throw blanket that I got for Christmas last year.
Mm-hmm.
That my brother got for me.
Nice.
It's really difficult being a fan of sports when you don't have any friends who aren't into sports or family.
All my coworkers are
my family, they like sports, but they're not like, they don't watch
not as in-depth
a bunch
into
of
it,
stuff.
I mean, that's completely fine.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It just makes it really hard because I don't have any friends who like sports,
Mm-hmm.
So when I see something cool, I'm like, oh, did you see this happen? They're like, uh-huh. I have no idea what he's talking to you. I really know. That kind of a deal. And this season's gonna be weird though. This season's gonna be really weird. Because and I don't know if anybody else had this problem, but I was watching on the NFL Fantasy app because I'm poor and I don't have cable, and so I was watching some games on the Fantasy app, and the crowd noise was overbearing to the point where I couldn't hear what the commentators were saying. I couldn't hear a commentator.
Why do that? Is the question? It doesn't simulate anything.
Fake crowd noise? Yeah, I know. Is there actual crowd noise in the stadium, or is it just on TV?
I think it's just easily that TV. A few stadiums are letting fans in, but most of them aren't. Like the Chiefs did let their fans in.
Oh, Jerry World's going to allow fans. Jerry World's going to allow all the fans. Jerry Jones, you're not the commissioner. Stop acting like it.
Who is the Shadow Emperor of the league?
He is the Shadow Emperor of the league. He's the one who allowed Spanos to leave. The one who convinced Spanos to leave.
Also helped Kroenke and also got Pepsi as the official sponsors, which sucks because we have to drink crappy soda instead of actually Coke.
Oh, okay. All right. No. We're having this debate. We are having this debate. Pepsi is better than Coke.
No, it's not.
Pepsi products are better. Pepsi products are better.
No, they're not.
They have Mountain. You have Mountain Dew on your banner, my friend.
I do have Mountain Dew. But
Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product.
Yes, it is, but Pepsi isn't good. It's too sweet. It's got more sugars, and it also has more
that's
phenol.
why it's better, because it's sweeter and it tastes better.
No, it doesn't.
Chris, what do you think? Pepsi or Coke?
As someone who worked at a Taco Bell for a few months.
Oh, so he's already got Pepsi.
It was from the machine.
I mean, maybe it's because I'm biased, but literally every single place I've ever worked, except for Chick-fil-A, has Pepsi. Every single place had Pepsi products. Even the baseball stadium I worked at had Pepsi products, except for Chick-fil-A. They're the only ones that had Coke. By the way, I've always wanted to ask you, what jersey are you wearing in your profile picture?
Steven Jackson.
Who's cool? Dude, I will say this. I did prefer the St. Louis Rams colors to the LA Rams colors.
I like the royal blue.
I like that old really gold. I like that old gold and blue.
I do too, actually. They're really nice.
Honestly, okay, so you have a tier list of Dan Snyder is F tier, along with Spanos. Kroenke is not in the F tier.
Kroenke isn't as bad as people think. Think about this.
Kroenke is in the C tier.
He's not a great owner by any means. The problem with Kroenke is
I think he cares more about foot or hockey than he does football, honestly.
Well, I think he just
hockey and basketball.
He initially cared about personal gain than actually helping the team, which I hate to say. But the thing is, what you got to understand is that he righted a wrong that was very, very bad by Georgia Frontier. Now, Georgia Frontier, I don't know if you know this, she was the reason why the Rams left LA to begin with. She was easily the worst NFL owner of all time. She was...
Georgia Frontier?
Yes, she is the worst NFL owner who ever lived.
I've never heard of her. Was she really that bad?
She was the reason why they left. Oh, I closed that out. Oh, wait, one sec. No, I closed that out.
How? How bad could you be to be worse than Daniel Snyder?
Murder somebody.
She murdered somebody?
That's how she got the team.
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ! How do you murder somebody over football, man? Well, okay, don't ask that to Phillies fans. They'll give you an answer.
Yeah,
but hey,
anyway.
Well, Philly or Raiders fans.
No, but she actually. So, let me backtrack. Initially, go back to the. Anyway, initially, go back that way. I don't want to go in Steam. Anyway, initially in 1973. Oh yeah, funny thing is, it's a star-crossed with another hated owner who actually deserves to be hated. Robert Irsay wasn't happy under the Colts as a temporary owner of the Rams. He'd recently bought them from Dan Reeves. No, not the Dan Reeves you're thinking of. Original owner Dan Reeves ended up selling them as he retired and really had no desire to pursue football much further. So he ended up selling.
Okay, so at this point in time, Robert Irsay owns the Rams. At
he owns
this
the
point
Rams,
in time.
yes. 1970 between 1971 to 1973, he owns the Rams, yes. So he ends up trading them for the Colts because recent owner Karen Rosenblum has been an owner for roughly 5 to 6 seasons. He ends up selling it, ends up trading them franchises, and in addition to $10 million to get out of Los Angeles to end up buying off the Colts in Baltimore. So
because the Colts were sucking heavily at that time, right?
Yes, they were really bad. So now all of a sudden, Now Rosenblum owns the Rams now, and they are the team of the '70s, and he builds them into it. He knows what he's doing, so it's not his first rodeo, and he actually does really well with them. Thing is,
Rosenblum's a good owner. Then sorry, I hate to keep interrupting you.
With him. Rosenblum is a sportsman. He was an Olympic gold medal swimmer in '32. He's an LA-born person. He loves the city of LA, and he really that's who he is. He's a very well-established owner. Great. The thing is, he
was a good owner then.
He was a good owner. He was a great owner. He kind of like Steve Bisciotti almost, but
Pat Bowlen,
kind of like the Bowlen family,
the best owner of all time.
Yeah, I know. Well, arguable, but anyway. So basically, the only thing he wasn't good at was maintaining a relationship. So he was actually coming out of a really bad divorce around 1975-76, and then he ended up remarrying to a notorious gold digger by the name of Georgia Frontier, who recently divorced her husband, Dominic Frontier. Anyway, the two had a very bad courtship, and the thing is, it was a very toxic relationship, to say the least. And eventually, because the thing is, Rosenblum wasn't really showing much signs of health concerns, till one day around August of '79, he was found dead in his swimming pool, and they claimed it was drowning. An Olympic gold medal swimmer.
Are you okay? No. That's like Hillary Clinton levels of.
That's Jeffrey
like
Epstein's level.
Clinton levels of suicide, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no. But so the thing is, prior to this, his biological son Chip, was unaware of the fact Georgia had forged his will and gave herself 70% of the team and gave Chip 30%.
That has to be illegal.
Nobody found out until after. Mind you, nobody found out these details until after Georgia died. But
oh my god!
Georgia,
so wait. So after she died, and they found out that she forged his will, who got the team?
Kroenke.
So Kroenke.
There's a few pieces, but let me continue. I have to continue. But so anyway. Basically, Georgia has 70% of the team. Chip gets 30% of the team. Georgia realizes, hey, I have a cash cow in my hand in the biggest media market. I don't have to care about the team operations. So gone are the head coaches. Gone are Chuck Knox. Gone are the good pieces of the fearsome foursome. Gone are the draft picks. And the team starts falling apart. There's only a few brief moments in the late 80s where they're actually competitive. But by that point, the LA doesn't care anymore. The Raiders won a Super Bowl in '83. The Rams aren't even playing in LA at this rate. They're playing in Anaheim Stadium. They coughed up a bunch of money to get the Angels to actually renovate it. And it actually was a good renovation, the Angel Stadium, in fairness. But at this rate,
I've been there. It's nice.
The point where why do we care about this team? They lost the Super Bowl. They lost the NFC Championship to the Niners. Like, they don't even play in our city. Why do we care? And this woman is doing all she can to make a life a living hell to anyone who broadcasts them on TV. So she got into a war.
Wait, what was she doing to him on TV?
Well, she pulled a Jeffrey
ultra
Lurie.
rates
Like,
or
she was
something?
angry that they weren't getting the primetime slots because nobody cared enough to actually get them, to actually book them onto the primetime slot. So Monday Night Football, no one cared because the Rams were so irrelevant by that point. CBS wasn't going to book them. And so at that rate, there was really no point. No one wanted to broadcast them, and she gave it hell to everybody who realized, like, well, your team, you've ruined your own team, so I don't see why we have to broadcast their terrible play of football on primetime, even if they are in LA, when the Raiders at that point were also declining, but I'll get to that in a second. Eventually said, fine. Well, the thing is, she had ties with several crime syndicates in St. Louis and realized, fine, you know what, I'll just move my cash cow somewhere else, closer to some people who I know can milk more money out of them. And so, right, almost before league approval,
Horrible
she just
owner.
said, you know what, screw LA, we're going to move him to St. Louis. And that's pretty much how they moved. And by that point...
I'm going to have to look in... How come no one's made a documentary about her?
That's a very good question.
Sounds like...
I don't know.
That sounds better than Joe Exotic. That sounds like a better murder mystery than
that's what I've been saying. Carol Baskin is just basically the Georgia frontier of zoos. Anyway,
Georgia frontier.
Anyway,
the worst frontier.
The worst NFL owner. Let me continue. By this point in St. Louis, the Rosenblums were like, what the hell are you doing with our team? Like, you've already ran them into the ground. You ran them so badly, LA doesn't care about them anymore, and they haven't seen a single stable fan base since the 70s. Albeit they had their fans, just they were so diminished by that point. They said, why? Yeah. Seriously, and you won't give us the team, like, honestly, at this rate, because they tried fighting her in court, and she won every single time, because she was the one who came out more dominant with the money in terms of monetary value. So basically, they just said, you know what, screw it, we're going to sell you the team, do whatever the hell you want with it. And so eventually, by a point, she realized, you know what, maybe I'll give it to somebody who I know will give some money to it. So instead of taking complete ownership of the team, she just found this real estate broker by the name of Stan Kroenke. You might have heard of him, who was also married to...
let me think about that. Stan Kroenke.
Who was also married to the heiress, mind you, was married to the daughter of the Walton family, who are known for a small retail chain you may have heard of.
Which one?
Take the first three letters.
Walmart!
Yes.
Walmart! That's right, yeah.
So you have a very successful real estate broker who's married to the heiress of the biggest retail chain in North America.
In the world.
Yes, and so the thing is, Georgia ended up becoming a lot more hands off of the ownership of the team itself. She ended up selling 10% back to Chip, but Chip was realizing, you know what, why am I even here? I'm just here just because I enjoy football. But it was so depressing. But the thing is, Chip ended up taking up more of the operations, and by the end of the 90s, it said, all right, I'm going to get a new guy named Dick from... Chuck Knox is gone again. I'm going to rebuild the team. I'm going to throw whatever I can find to get someone together. Oh, here. We got Dick Vermeil out of retirement, even though he's already played for the Eagles 10-something years ago. Why do we even want him? Who cares? It'll get fans in the stands. Because St. Louis did not want them at all. Like, they had worse attendance.
St. Louis.
They had worse attendance in St. Louis than they did in LA.
Not a good football city.
St. Louis is a terrible football city.
Two teams. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, they did. They had the Cardinals, and then they had the Rams. But so anyway, he did all he could, and the thing is, on a fluke, they had some good pieces left over from Chuck Knox's days, which somehow became draft picks in the form of Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce. They made several notable trades, even despite getting rid of what could have been a great piece on the franchise in the bust. But anyway,
isn't one of those trades how they got one of the greatest running backs of all time?
Yeah, Marshall Faulk.
Yeah, well, no, the guy with glasses.
Dickerson. No, that was way before. That was in the 80s.
Oh, that was in the 80s.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, by that point, they had some good pieces, got a fluke team together, Dick Vermeil, and gets him a hold of this random guy out of Detroit named Mike Martz. Says, wow, we got a top 3 offense. Wow, rides that all the way to the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. The rest is history. Anyway, Vermeil realizes, you know what, I'm tired of this ownership, and honestly, I'd rather just retire than put up with Georgia again. So he retires, and then Mike Martz just runs the team into the ground, and then the team goes back to being irrelevant again. They had a brief moment in St. Louis when they only recorded 2 sellout games in St. Louis. They were the divisional round and the NFC Championship game. They never recorded another sellout again.
Oh, wow.
Since they moved back to LA, they've recorded 8. Anyway, by that point,
I feel bad for the Rams.
I do too. But anyway, going back to the point, By this point, the team is on severe decline. There's only very few pieces few and far between that are actually keeping them relevant, notably being Steven Jackson, later down the road, Mark Bolger, obviously Falk, and everybody else from The Greatest Show start declining. And then by around 2006, Georgia's health begins to decline severely to the point where she can't even be in the same front office anymore. Albeit I should backtrack and mention she did have a severe alcohol problem. That's one thing that, like, if you see her during the Super Bowl when she is drunk and barely standing up during the actual speech itself. Anyway, eventually she has to seek cancer treatment in, of all places, Los Angeles. She ends up being diagnosed in alcohol-related cirrhosis and breast cancer. She ends up passing away in 2008, and eventually, and in her will, surprisingly, she was smart enough about that, gives the entirety of the team to Kroenke. Kroenke realizes the damage she caused, reimburses Chip Rosenblum for his investment from 10% of the team, and now the team is directly in the hands of Kroenke. Kroenke realizes, just sits around saying, I don't know what's going to happen, let's see if we could do something competitive. Sure enough, Aaron Donald shows up, minor pieces, Sam Bradford, and nothing becomes of it. He realizes, you know what, I don't have to sit in this dumpy Midwestern market that's not going to give me a brand new stadium. And eventually ends up just saying, you know what, screw it, I'm going back to LA. There's no point in me staying here in dull Midwestern market where nobody cares. Because they were bottom 5 in attendance every single year in St. Louis.
Really? I thought they had a loyal fan base. I thought the Rams had a loyal fan base in St. Louis.
They had a lot of traveling. Like, if you look at games like when they played, they were in the middle of notable markets. Like, if they ever played the Cowboys, if they played the Saints, if they played the Chiefs, it was they never had any fans to back. They had minor fans, but they had less fans there than they did in Los Angeles when they left.
So, in all honesty, the rage against Kroenke is completely stupid because Kroenke just took a dying team and put it back in the city which it once came from.
Yeah, so pretty much he righted a wrong with another wrong. The problem is St. Louis went all in and really vilified him for something that, honestly, needed to be done.
Even though if they're bottom 5 in attendance every single year, why in the world would you want to stay in a market that obviously isn't that into you? Why wouldn't you want to test out a market?
My dream in life is to become a famous movie star and go to St. Louis. When was the last time you heard that?
Nobody.
When was the last time you heard, hey, I want to become a famous rock star and move to oh wait, never mind. Because, John Denver.
Anyway.
It's been an awesome show.
Joey on something real quick.
It's been dope. To head out because I gotta catch an Uber to the place because I gotta social distancing and everything, and I want to make sure I get a table.
Well, like normal. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Like pie.
Man, this is fun. I was actually gonna say an interesting fact for Joey. He probably doesn't know about this. Guess where the Rams started? What city the Rams started in?
Let me see if he knows this, actually. Do you know? Don't look it up.
Don't look it up. What city did the Rams start from?
So I can't hear you.
What city did the Rams start from? Because they're not from Los Angeles originally.
I would not know this, my friend.
They formed in 1937. They moved to Los Angeles in 1946.
San Diego? Oh, yeah, San Diego. That's right. They started off in San Diego.
No.
Started off in Cleveland.
No?
Cleveland. They were the Cleveland Rams.
Oh, that's right. They were. Damn it. All right, man. I'll see you later, all right?
Thanks. All right, I guess it's time
to go. Have a good one, man. Enjoy.
Right. Thank you, Chris.
And everybody.
Any final thoughts? Night, Joey.
Not, man. I can't wait to do this.
Right. Sorry, guys. I got to pull out of the parking lot. See ya.
All right.
And with that, I'll play the ending. Thank you, Chris. This has been a fun stream.
Likewise, man. Can't wait to do this again. Good.
I think it's just me now. It's been good, friends. Thank you.